Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now we're starting to see a few Broncos out on the streets, and not just the Bronco Sport, but the big Bronco as well. But I'm still a little confused about the trim levels, and specifically what type of design changes and changes in appearance the different trim levels make. So if this video is not for you to clarify that, it's going to be certainly for me to clear up the different styles and trim levels that we have on the new Bronco. So that's what I'm going to walk you through right now, starting with the base. So the base comes standard on 16-inch steel wheels that are wrapped with a set of all-season tires. You get two tow hooks for the front and one tow hook in the rear. And this trim level they do offer LED headlights for this trim level and taillights. However, you don't have the LED ring framing the headlights on the base trim here. The door handles, the exterior mirrors, and the fender flares are all black as well. On the inside, the base trim gets cloth interior and a carpeted floor. But the cool thing about the base is I think it's a great value, especially if we modify it just a little bit, which I'm going to show you at the end of this video. But the base starts at $28,500. The next up trim level from the base is called the Big Bend. With the Big Bend, you get a little more off-road performance than you get in the base. Design-wise, the Big Bend wheels are upgraded from 16 in the base to 17-inch aluminum set with a gray paint scheme. These come with 32-inch all-terrain tires for improved off-road performance, obviously. The Big Bend trim level adds LED fog lamps, and the window in the back are also tinted in this trim. Now, the Big Bends start at $33,385, so still a pretty good deal for the upgrades that you get. After the Big Bend, we have the Black Diamond trim, and this is where you're starting to get a little higher of a step between the trim levels. So the Black Diamond model comes with some upgrades for even better off-road performance. It was designed for the most serious off-road enthusiasts. There are now 7 GOAT modes instead of the standard 5 that you get in the Big Bend and the base. And some of these new options include the new Rock Crawl option. You now get a locking rear differential as well. Rock rails and heavy-duty skid plates provide additional underbody protection. The floors are rubberized and even have drain plugs in the floor, so you can hose out the entire interior without any problems. You also have a special vinyl upholstery, which is easy to wipe off if it gets covered with mud, for example. You also get a upgraded suspension system with better ground clearance than in the previous trim levels. Visually, this means Bilstein shock absorbers and higher fender flares are mounted on the Black Diamond to better fit these suspension upgrades. And this trim, the Black Diamond, starts at $36,050. Next up, we have the Outer Banks. The design changes for the Outer Banks include 18-inch machine-faced aluminum wheels with a black paint job. So we go from 16 to 17 and now up to 18-inch wheels in the Outer Bank trim here. You also get all-terrain tires and signature LED lights in front and in the rear. The door handles, fender flares, and exterior mirrors now come painted to match the body color, and that's the main visual cue to separate the Outer Banks from the lower trim levels, is that these pieces are now painted in the body color. On the inside, you now have the option to add leather for the first time. The Outer Banks starts at $38,955. Now, if you're a serious off-roader and you want some luxury features in your Bronco, you might want to go for the Badlands, which comes after the Outer Banks here. The Badlands trim package focuses on extreme off-roading with new off-road features, including Bilstein position-sensitive shocks and a disconnecting stabilizer bar. To help get through rough terrain, this model also gets locking differential for the front and the rear as well. And buyers get the option of either mud or all-terrain tires for the machine-faced aluminum wheels, which are now smaller than on the Outer Banks with 17 inches here. This model goes back to the easy clean interior of the Black Diamond trim, since it's focused on more of an off-road ruggedness feeling to this trim, the Badlands. This includes the vinyl upholstery and floor with drain plugs, easy to hose off. If you want, you can go with the leather interior here as well, and carpeting if you don't really want to drive around too much in the mud and like a little bit more of a luxury feel to your Badlands. The Badlands starts at $42,095. Now the top trim level, if we discount the first edition, would be the Wildtrak. So this is the absolute top level of trim that you can get now for the Bronco, and this is the first trim level to automatically come equipped with the 2.7 liter V6 engine instead of the 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder. The Wildtrak has some unique black graphics on the hood, and it also gets a special blacked out front grille and black wheels as well. These are a set of 17-inch beadlock wheels with a set of 35-inch mud tires from factory, which is pretty cool. This is what you get with the Sasquatch package. On top of that, the Wildtrak also gets the heavy-duty bash plates for some additional underbody protection. It's basically the perfect off-road Bronco if that's what you're looking for. And this Wildtrak trim, it starts at $49,475. Now you do have the first edition as well, but these have all been sold out since a while back. They were also limited to just 7,000 units, and it came fully loaded with the leather interior, the Sasquatch and Lux packages, and a unique exterior graphic package as well. All first editions, all the 7,000 cars have already been sold out, and this started when it was on sale. The first edition started at $56,915. So which one should you buy? Well, it totally depends on what you want to do with your Bronco. If you're planning on going off-road a lot, if you're planning on just using it in the city, this all it comes down to your decision what trim level suits you the best. Because Ford has created each of these trim levels for a specific purpose and for a specific type of driving when it comes to either off-road or on-road. So if you're looking for example, just driving around the city or something like that, not going off-road too much, you might want to consider the base model or the Big Bend. But if you're going for off-road, I would suggest going for the Badlands, because that's the one I would personally choose, because it has the best of both worlds. I want the Sasquatch package on there on my Bronco, the 35-inch tires. I just think it looks good, and it's also very usable, of course, if you're going off-road. And it also has some of the luxury features included in the trim level as well. But the cool thing is, if you're only thinking about going off-road and you want a Bronco for that purpose, you can actually get the base here with the Sasquatch package. And that is, of course, a bit of a hefty addition to the MSRP here by $7,385. But with that, you get the Sasquatch suspension, the fender flares, and of course, the big, meaty 35-inch tires here. So this would be a cool idea if you're looking for a Bronco you want to take out camping, go into the wild with. You don't get the cool LED headlights, the circular ring here, but if that's something you don't really care about, then who cares? You still have what really matters, and that is the off-road capability here. And this, you can still make it a cool looking Bronco. Just look at this blue or the burgundy here. It looks like a classic old Bronco with these meaty wheels here. This could be a good option if you're only thinking about taking this off-road and you don't really care about the big 12-inch screen or the other luxury features such as the premium sound system and so on. Of course, you can add that to this as well. For the price, if you want to keep the price down, you want to have a Bronco that's really good off-road and that looks cool with this Sasquatch package, the base Bronco with this package would be a good option. But personally, I would go for the Badlands right here with the Sasquatch package. These are 33-inch wheels stock on the Badlands, but I would go for the Sasquatch, and that obviously turns it into an automatic. I can't have the Sasquatch with the 7-speed manual transmission, but that's kind of okay for me. The automatics these days are pretty good handling what they're supposed to handle, and I would get this in the Cyber Orange here. Something like this would be my personal preference for the Bronco. I would also get it in two-door because I don't have kids. I would just take Jules, our dog, and my wife's in the passenger seat, and we would be fine to go out on a camping trip with this thing. Another cool thing I want to show you here is you have the ability to add let's see. Oh, by the way, I would go for the 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6 here instead of the 2.3 liter EcoBoost. The more torque, the better, in my opinion, when it comes to what I'm supposed to use this car for. And let's see if we can add the, I want to show you the tent that you can add on top of this. So go all the way down here. You have the mid package, the high package, and the Lux package. And you can see what this all includes: a bigger screen, better sound system, and a couple of safety features. I would probably be fine with the mid package. I don't really care that much about what we have right here, but this is what I want to show you down here. So this is a very cool option that you can add, which is actually an entire tent, 2-people tent, which comes from factory. So I think that's a cool idea, and probably something that I would add to the Bronco as well. Hopefully that clears up some of the trim levels for you for the Bronco and the design changes. So if you see a Bronco in the wild, you can kind of place what type of trim level it is. And of course you can also look at the little logo on the front fender to see what trim level it actually is. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.